Tupac. What's that song Tupac was saying? First of all, I thought Tupac was a Jamaican singer. Yes, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm going to put it to my ear. I ain't going to put it here, but hold on. I thought this song, hold on, Tupac songs, hold on, was, hold on for a second. It's the love song. Hold on for a second. Hold on, Tupac. What's that song? They in the comments, they know what song I'm talking about. Huh? They ain't said it yet. Tupac hit song is, hold on. It sounds like a Jamaican song. Is this it? Yes, African Queen. So he took a Jamaican beat and passed it off as an African beat. And I thought for the whole time, Bob Marley and family made that damn song. I don't know, but it's a good song. And I'm sure that's why these women is just batshit crazy over Tupac. Because, you know, when these dudes be singing, they be in the entertainment industry, they be a little extra feminine and stuff. They can make you, they ain't got time but to hit the note. You understand what I'm saying? They understand how to hit the note, the high note. And so I see why Annie, oh, Lord Jesus, knowing I couldn't stand her ass. I don't know why. She irked me on Young, Rich, and African to my core. I don't know if it was her whining. Like, she was a whining ass woman. You don't like me. You know you cheat on me. And it was everybody was against Annie. Whole time you telling her, this dude ain't shit. He done told her on the show, you know what I'm saying? Men are made to sleep with multiple women. She steady crying, steady staying. And it wasn't until I personally heard that Tupac decided to divorce her for one of his side chicks. Now, I don't want to call her a side chick because apparently she's a lawyer in Nigeria. Her name is Natasha. Make sure I get her correct name. Put the lawyer back up, okay? So her name is, hold on. Yeah, it's got Natasha, and I guess her last name is what Annie's last name is, Idibia. I don't know how to say it. Idibia, okay? But anyway, and he had been married to Annie since 2012, but she didn't just pop up nowhere. Like, I personally don't feel that. And then, you know, for Annie to be the one cheated on and babies was had on her and she stayed trying to prove to the world that this was her man, even though publications had put out everywhere he was having babies. Hell, even she put out statements about him having babies and cheating on her with his ex and everything like that, and every single woman that he laid with on tour. I'm smelling HPV. I said in the words of Dr. Umar Johnson, I'm smelling HPV. I said in the words of Dr. Umar Johnson, I'm smelling HP to the V. I'm smelling fish. I'm smelling fish with a little bit of BV and maybe some yeast infections, maybe a little bit of trichinosis, how you say it, I don't know. I'm smelling all that. It's looking like I ain't eating at nobody's house. So apparently this man got 13-something kids and everything. And so when he had announced in January that him and Annie had separated, he did it, not Annie, after he done embarrassed her up and down Nigeria and Europe and now the United States with the show being aired on Netflix. And we like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And we all took to the story. It's like, girl, this man don't want you at all. And she's an actress. She make money. I see her in all the little African movies and stuff that I be watching on YouTube and stuff. She getting money. That's a lot of money in Africa, American money. It's a lot of money in Naira, you know? But anyway, you know, everybody was shocked, and she had disappeared from social media when he had announced that they were separating. Then he came back like a month later and said they weren't separating, right? And then said it was a joke, and then came back a month later and said they are separated and that he had filed for divorce. Now, nobody has seen the divorce finalized at all, but he popped up married to a new chick named Natasha, and apparently she's a lawyer. Now, get this. I know Nanny, because when Annie, not Nanny, but Annie... When Annie came back to the internet, she was embarrassed because it was like, oh my God, like, we've been together forever and you're just gonna leave me and I didn't leave you. You left me and go marry somebody else. And then I know, you know, she done went away. She done cried. You know, we've been watching her social media. Like, what's she trying to do? I've been trying to get an interview, even though I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to deal with this lady voice, but I got to get it for the winos. I got to get it for the winos, okay? And she probably heard me say that, but you don't like my voice. You know, I don't know how she sounds. Apparently, it was reported that in the UK, while he was on tour, that they were in a hotel room and they heard bottles breaking and flying and being thrown, furniture being turned over and stuff like that. And the police had to be called, and apparently Tuface went to jail over the new wife. Now, the new wife, like I said, is a lawyer. So I take it, if he went to jail, then he broke the law. Now, they're saying that he's breaking another law in Nigeria, and I don't know how true this is, because I thought bigamy was okay or polygamy was okay, because if he's, you know, you can have up to 4 wives depending on your religion and stuff in Nigeria and everything like that. But to hear that he ain't even like 6 months in, because this was back in January and he married her like in February or something like that, that they already fighting and she throwing bottles and shit, and he had to cancel a whole show in the UK over going to jail because he can't keep his... Probably breaking bottles. I don't know. So let me ask y'all something, winos. When women are breaking furniture and shit and yelling and screaming and the man goes to jail, what you think happened? What you think led to that? I know Annie's somewhere trying to laugh. She can't laugh because her voice... That's how Annie... That's exactly how she laughed. I know she's somewhere trying to laugh, like, look at God. But at the end of the day, it's like for him to have to cancel an entire concert and come out and make a statement saying that he had a medical emergency. I'm like, did you have a medical emergency because of the bottles being thrown in the room? And you didn't want her to go to jail, because if she had to go to jail, she would have outed your ass. And she's a lawyer. Took his ass down to the courthouse and made a swivel. But listen, I believe in redemption. I don't believe that this woman deserves whatever Tuface is doing to her for him to have to go to jail. But at the same time, it's like these women are not oblivious to the pain that is inflicted on a man, like from a man onto a woman, which means you saw as a lawyer what he's done to, you know, his current wife, whom he was still messing with and still married to when he met you. And as well as other women. Now, he can tell you whatever he gonna tell you. And I know that being a superstar and him being able to sing your draws, just wet your draws all up, right? That helps, but at the same time, it's like you are not immune to what she's went through. Matter of fact, you're probably gonna go through worse than what she's gone through. So shout out to Annie for having her big one. This is a big one for Annie because she was embarrassed. I don't even see how she even let this man embarrass her like that. You let him embarrass you and humiliate you to the public, and then he denounces divorcing you like you did something wrong. Congratulations to the newlyweds, Tuface and Natasha. We wish them low bail, low bonds. You know, jail bonds. Yeah, low bonds, you know.